Hi, my name is Ryan Jordan, and today I'd like to talk to you about the art of curing and smoking meats, that is to say, charcuterie. More specifically, I would like to talk about cultural literacy and environmental stewardship, and the importance of learning these cultural culinary diversities in the way that different societies and different cultures cure and prepare their own meats, as well as the environmental responsibility that we all have in making sure that the resources that are available to us are processed and produced in the most effective and efficient way possible. And the third is the healthy living aspect. As we live in this age of overly processed foods, the purpose of this speech is really to just inform about the things that you can do to eat better, the ways in which you can produce your own foods, if you will. Now, the first source I have is sort of an overview of charcuterie in Italy. And it's sort of the European perspective of cross-utilization, so using many different parts of the pigs, everything from salami, using the innards for salami, and sort of these unsightly pieces of the animal that make very excellent sausages and forced meats, to bacon, which is very simple to make. But again, we're using each part of the pig, the hocks, which is the leg part of the pig. You can use that for soup, and really this is the what the article talks about is really the ways in which the European perspective of charcuterie really uses all of the animal, and this whole idea of if you waste not, you will want not. The second source I have is perhaps the devil's advocate of this idea that you should produce your own food at home, and it's just a warning of the risks of improperly curing. And a lot of this has to do with sanitation, so it's very important to make sure that your instruments and your processes are in a sanitary way and you're not cross-contaminating. But it really talks about Salmonella, E. coli. However, it's more of an information, and personally, I think it's worth the risk if you are smart and you are informed about how to work with these raw meats. You'll really end up with a great product that is cost efficient. You can buy larger quantities of meat and cure them at home. And really, awareness is key to the success in your own charcuterie endeavors. The third source I have is just that. It's a step-by-step instruction on guanciale making, which is the pork cheek, and the way it's traditionally used. This is a step-by-step traditional process of curing pork cheek, and it's very simple. You cover it with salt and sugar. You cover the piece of meat, hang it, and allow that moisture, which allows bacteria to grow. So you're pulling that moisture, you're reducing the risk of bacteria, you're pulling the moisture out, and as it does, it tightens up the meat. And it imparts flavor depending on the herbs that you use. However, this was a great source, and there are many resources out there. This is a book by Michael Rollman. It's called Charcuterie. There's a foreword by Thomas Keller. There are many books like this that really give you step-by-step ways in which to do things, even as simple as brining your chicken before you roast it. That is, bringing water up to a boil, adding salt and sugar, and your herbs, whatever flavor you'd like to impart, and just allowing that cooled brine submerge the chicken inside and allow that flavor to be put into the chicken. Something as simple as doing that the night before you roast a chicken, or the day before you roast a chicken, can really make the difference even in flavor, and it also reduces the amount of bacteria that can grow in the meat. The fourth source that I have is about the economic impact that buying from local farms, so buying these large cuts of meat from co-ops of local farmers, can really help what has now become a crisis for local farmers. These big farming companies are really hurting the local economy in the way that they overly process food, and so not only is it environmentally, but it's also economically beneficial to cure your own meats. The fifth source I have is an article by Al Mancini. He is a food writer, and he writes about Chef Brian Howard, who is a chef in Las Vegas, and it really talks about the things he's doing professionally and the trends that are happening in the restaurant industry, and how charcuterie can not only be cost efficient, environmentally wise, healthier for you, but